Guys, 2025 could be the biggest year yet for Dofus Touch, and nobody is talking about it. Well, the French people are talking about it, but not the English people. So I'm here to tell you that on December 18th, Ankama has something really big coming. Project D. Before I begin, I want to give a big shout out to Dislike from the English community and Discord. If it wasn't for him and bringing this to my attention, I would have no idea this was even going on. I would have no idea this was even a thing Ankama was doing. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. Now, Project D actually goes all the way back to earlier this year, 2024, to January, specifically Dofus Touch Missive number 17. During this time, it was originally planned to have the Kenya revamp happen at the end of the year, which obviously did not happen, and instead we got a revamp of the Evil Forest and raids. If we look back at Missive number 17, there is a little section called A Beautiful Finale, and it reads as follows. To end the year, and still on the topic of very high level content specifically, something completely new will be causing a commotion in the mountains of Kenya. Keep an eye out throughout the year because there could be some clues here and there. Even though we didn't get the beautiful finale that we're talking about, we did end up getting all those clues and little hints that eventually are going to culminate to Project D. Now let's jump ahead all the way to August 7th, 2024. Dofus Touch Missive number 18. In here, they have an update regarding the end of year content. There's a little section here talking about Kenya which reads as follows. The commotion in the mountains of Kenya mentioned in Missive number 17 has been delayed to a later update. It's sad news, we know, but trust us. The wait will be worth it. We're currently working on this. Surely one of the most important content updates to Dofus Touch to date, to say the least. So folks, they've been hyping this up for a year on the download, and it's looking like it's going to be huge and a big deal regarding the state of Dofus Touch. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is so exciting. This is so exciting. But there's more, folks. There is more. So around November 8th, 2024, streamers around the communities, but of course not English, were invited to showcase a newly added raid fight featuring Dark Vlad. Upon completion, players were rewarded with a mysterious cube with a description, what possible mysteries does this strange cube hold? Upon activating this mysterious cube object, players were taken to a mysterious YouTube video titled Project D 2025 _ reveal 1218, December 18th. But that's not it for Easter eggs in the beta. When looking at the group search feature, there was a tab labeled 2025 under the name Project D. Players who would fulfill the group search criteria were then teleported to Mount Nesalite, right in front of the door that has been kept sealed for 6 years. You heard me right, folks. On June 19th, 2018, Ankama released the Stubby Yops content update. Not only did this content somewhat revamp the Kenya environment, but the story arc attached to it eventually culminated to teasing a great force that was sealed behind the giant doors. Of course, this was never followed up upon, and the cliffhanger was left to be seemingly forgotten, but not forgotten for those with a keen eye. On April 23rd, 2024, Ankama released a small little update known as the Mine Rock Plains Invasion. If we look at the blog post regarding the Mine Rock Plains Invasion, there's a little section that really caught my attention. Beware, all evidence suggests that those creatures who've rallied to the cause of the Rayops are also pretty motivated. Given that before getting this far, they had to find their way out of the labyrinth that serves as their lair. Keep that word in mind, labyrinth, folks. But also during this event, there was a rare drop of a note, a page from a survival journal. This survival's journal reads as follows: 17 Desandra 654 3:02 p.m. Never before have we faced such an ordeal. As soon as we passed through the door, it slammed shut behind us, and our attempts to open it again were unsuccessful. The place we found ourselves filled us with a cold terror. It was as if it had been deserted for an eternity. A shrill scream sliced through the air in the distance before an oppressive silence returned to fill the void. We had to get out. After looking around, we found ourselves faced with several options: left, right, straight ahead. And would this choice decide if the group was to live or die? Whew, that is intense. That is intense, people. But we're not done yet. No, we are not. Our next point of interest is going to be September 3rd, 2024, the Trool Fair. For those of you who ran around the Trool Fair may remember some cameos of NPCs, such as Count Hairboard and King Alistair. Everybody was in the Trool Fair. But there was two particular NPCs that were in there, two stubby yobs that were in there, which unfortunately, even though I recorded a playthrough, I never clicked on them. I thought they were just bystanders. But I'm pretty sure that Ankama buried a little hint or secret in their dialogue in there. If anybody has any information, screenshots on what the dialogue entailed on these two stubby yob NPCs during the Trool Fair event, please post any information on the comments below, as these cameo NPCs has since been removed. Next up, we move to November 20th, 2024. On Ankama's Dofus Touch Twitter, or X, however you want to call it, they posted the second page to the Journal of a Survivor, which reads as follows: Page 2, Desandra 17, 654, 4:43 p.m. The urgency of the situation made us hurriedly choose the left path. Our footsteps on the ground left behind an echo that betrayed our growing anxiety. Every corner seemed to hide a dark secret, which made our headway slow and uncertain. The dim glow of the torches cast sinister shadows that danced mockingly to the pace of our nervous progress. The corridors seemed strangely familiar. The same patterns on the walls, the same cracks on the ground, and that door. The door. We were back where we had started. I knew we should have taken the right path. A heavy silence descends upon us, a blend of frustration and fear. The true nature of this place was beyond our understanding. We needed to gather our strength, analyze every small detail, and hope to find a way to escape this place that seemed to defy the very laws of reality. Ooh, Ankama got me going FNAF mode on this. So there's a few things that stick out on this page. If you notice the word headway, the letter A is red. And if you go a little bit more down, the word nature, the letter R, is red. If we look back at survival page number 1, I believe there was a 5 that was kind of bolded. I don't know what this is yet. But lastly, if you look at the lower right hand corner, there's a little drawing of a cube. The same cube that players got upon defeating Dark Vlad. But most importantly, the same glowing cube in the Easter egg trailer. As of the recording of this video, the French community has been working together to figure out and piece together all the clues. But also, Ankama has been updating Mount Nesselite with NPCs that weren't there previously. Particularly this NPC called Larby the Thin. Larby the Thin. Larby the Thin. Kinda sounds like Labyrinth, maybe? Who knows? Labyrinth? Larby the Thin? But also, if you switch the language here to Spanish, the NPC goes by Tico Labyrinth, which is another kind of pun or play off the word labyrinth. Remember when I was going over the section of the invasion of the Rocky Plains? They bolded the word labyrinth. What could be under the mountain behind the sealed doors? A dangerous labyrinth, perhaps? Who knows? Who knows? But guys, this is like the most fun I've had in Dofus Touch in a long time. It's been a blast trying to speculate and trying to discover little nuggets here and there. But let's wrap this up. If you have any information, drop it in the comments below. I probably didn't cover everything. But the main point of the video is that I wanted to bring this attention to the English community, that this is happening on the French side. I don't know why it's not happening in English. But this is super exciting, and I cannot wait for December 18th. Until next time, take care of yourself, and peace.